The crowd is alive, and with good reason. It's the NFL playoffs, the best time of the year. And off we go on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Opening carry of the game for Llzaire Spears. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Let's go. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. His pass, caught. It's Chibukankwa. First grab of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He picks up the first down with that one.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up first downs without getting to third down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to third and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on second and 4. On second down, Spears. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Chap 60. Chap 60.
On 3rd and 2, it's Rattler. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Go.
The man in motion here is Chart. Herbert gonna throw on this first play. That'll be complete to Dobbins.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They'll send him over to the left. Into space at the 45. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's good for a Charger first down.
Go. Tight.
They bring the tight end in motion. On first down, Herbert. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
He's taken down just shy of the 10.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Putting the tight end in motion. Pistol here for Herbert. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. And he will score. Justin Herbert, touchdown Los Angeles. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the end zone. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Rattler. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Ready? 18, pioneer. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. That is brought in. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 1 quarter in the books in round 1 of these AFC playoffs. The Chargers out to the early lead. We're back in Music City after this. On first and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. Not much happening there, just a short game.
He's brought down at the 31. 1-yard gain. Brings up 17-9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
19 Lions. Set it. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
To throw, it's Pratt. That is brought in at the 10. And he's going to be brought down. They'll have to go the full 10 yards with 1st and goal.
Let's go, Rattler.
To the air, it's Pratt. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw it. Here's Rattler. And he'll take it on in. Okonkwo. Touchdown, Tennessee. An extra point attempt to follow. His kick is good. And the Titans will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Herbert. First down throw there is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the top.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Straight ahead, it's Spears. Space to run inside the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Llzaire Spears. Touchdown, Titans. The extra point, up and good. And the Titans will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, this is Llzaire. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Finding the tight end, here's Will Dissly. Look at the big guy rumble. And he has got this one all the way down to the 2-yard line. So after the big play to start, now we have 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. When that last possession results in the pick, you'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. Here's a designed run. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Down in the red zone, designed quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Looking for that final yard. It's 3rd and goal. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, Chargers. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Let's go.
They'll start this drive on the ground with Spears. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now Pratt. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, it's Rattler. This one downfield for Okonkwo. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in what's been an even first half. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Here's a handoff to Spears. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Spears. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Hey, check that, street.
Once again, it's Spears. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go until halftime.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
And he's going to slide to a stop and avoid the contact. But since he started there, he's still shy of the first down.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Ready? Hey, smash Bravo!
They'll try and run here with Spears. He is in. Llzaire Spears. Touchdown, Tennessee. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Herbert now on first down. They'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They're going to motion the tight end over here. Now, Herbert. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. And that one will not be returned over the back line of the end zone, so the offense will get the ball at a decent spot, the 30-yard line. A run with Dobbins. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. That's Palmer, the man in motion. He'll give it to Dobbins. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Here comes Jackson on the return. Oh, hello. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Spears to start the drive. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's Pratt. He is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Rattler. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
His throw left side is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Spears. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Rattler. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Herbert now on 1st down. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
On second down, here's Herbert. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. A hit, and he has lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoided the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short. Working out of the gun, here's Rattler. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. Right now, looking to throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And the Titans have got a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in this AFC wild card matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Here's a chance to put this game away. First down and goal. Here's Spears. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. One more time with Spears. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit, and now it is third and goal. They'll run with Spears. And he's into the end zone yet again. Llzaire Spears. Touchdown Titans. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Herbert. And that ball incomplete.
just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Off he goes. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a 1st down.
First down, Chargers.
Now it's Herbert. Got his man at the 6. And he's in. Pat McConkey. Touchdown, L.A. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
His kick is good. Makes the score Titans 31, Chargers 21.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Rattler. There's that man again, another catch. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
19 Lions.
That's good for a Tennessee
Let's go
Titan.
now.
Here's Rattler on 1st and 10. That's caught. Down the field is Burks. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Titans first down.
Throwing again, Rattler. That one taken in. Traylon Burks. Touchdown, Tennessee. Now the try for an extra point. He gets it to go. And the Titans will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. Open man's got it. That's Chark. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On 1st down, Herbert. There is his tight end, Disley. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Herbert now on 1st down. Pass brought in by Chark. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Herbert to the air again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now Herbert again. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Throwing again, Herbert. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. DJ Chark. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Here's a handoff to Spears, running left. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now the Chargers will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. They run. This is Joshua Kelly. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. On third down, they go with Spears. And he will have a Titans first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Down to a knee here, and that'll do it. They have advanced. They are moving on in the playoffs. Here's 2nd and 6. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win here for the Titans.